Hi and welcome to Let's Talk. NASSCOM, which got established in 1988, is a non-profitable organization which has got more than 1,300 members. Today we have with us Dr. SANDHYA CHINTALA, Executive Director of Sector Skill Council. Let's talk. Hi and welcome to Let's Talk. To start with, NASSCOM is recently into skill development areas. So could you just brief us about what activities NASSCOM is doing?
NASSCOM, as the National Association of Software and Service Companies, is a chamber of commerce for the IT and ITS industries. And we have taken on the additional role of basically being a facilitator and an aggregator of skill development initiatives. In that regard, we have become the IT-ITS Sector Skill Council under the Government of India, and the AGs is the body, which is an umbrella one, is the National Skills Development Corporation.
Recently, the sector skill development, the term is in use. So what is all about sector skill development?
Basically, what we're trying to say is, as an industry sector, this IT-ITS Sector Skill Council under NASSCOM will be the standard setting body, and we will clearly identify the various job roles that are available at the entry level, middle management and above, and try and articulate what are the qualifications and skills and competencies required for these job roles. Ultimately, we feel when we are very clear of what are the job roles and what skills and qualifications they require, we would find a group of individuals who could be trained to be more industry, and therefore it would be not so broad-based but more specific in nature.
What are the new projects that are coming under this development?
So one of the things that we find is most of the children join this industry having some preset ideas about what they're going to do in this industry, join the IT industry, and then they say, oh, this is not what I wanted to do as a job role. So here we are being very specific, and we're going to have and develop what you call occupational standards. So these job roles will be at all levels, whether it is IT services, BPO or KPO, it'll be for engineering and R&D, infrastructure management services. It will also address e-governance, governance, risk and compliance, and also look at cyber security. We feel these are the growth sectors, but students have no idea that there are so many job roles available. So we want to be clear and give them a clear picture of what their career path is. So we will give them an idea of where, if they start at the entry level, where they can reach to the very top. And especially with the respect to the business process outsourcing, it's now also called knowledge process outsourcing. And there is so much happening that the kids need to know about it, young students need to know about it. So there's one of the projects that we will do. The other one is to actually have information, market intelligence about the workforce. Clearly tell you what the supply side is, where the supply side is available, what the demand requirements are, and match this too. It'll also tell you what the skill gaps and deficiencies are, and because of all this information, we will be addressing foundation skill programs and trying to address the skill gaps in these basic skill areas, and also move on further to address domain skills and specializations. But the need of the hour presently is about the basic foundation skills that have to be bridged. For that, we will do faculty development and student training to help various governments, colleges, universities, etc. to address this.
So how do we assess the skill level of the students nowadays?
So what we do is our industry members have got together and they have clearly articulated that there are a set of competencies that are deficient, and they cover areas like verbal ability, attention to detail, learning ability, analytical skills. They look at written comprehension, and in the non-engineering space, it's also covers listening, speaking, reading, writing, keyboarding skills. And people think they're not important. But when they come to an interview, these are the key skills that we find missing, and team building, creativity, these are areas which are not even addressed at our colleges.
True.
So a student not being aware what is the importance of problem solving finds themselves at a disadvantage. So what we are trying to do is to create an awareness, create a program of learning, and the awareness is created through assessments. So we have launched the last couple of years, we've launched what is called the NASSCOM's Assessment of Competence, both for technology as well as non-technology space. So the NACTech, as it's now known, is something that all engineering colleges have been asked to take on board. It'll give them an idea of where they are at for them to get employed by this industry.
Could you just tell us more about what is NACTech, or what all assessment does it do? So does it focus really on the soft skills and technical skills only, or how it works?
Basically, this NACTech was designed and developed by the major players who hire in large numbers and represent about 70% of this industry. So these companies would be TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Accenture, HCL, Cognizant, etc. So all of them have said, rather than each one do their own assessments, it would be better if you want to have a greater standard and the students are well prepared, that we have one common assessment platform. So that what happens is, every college, if the students are doing this, they have a greater opportunity to get picked up. Sometimes the large companies or the other companies don't go to these colleges, but the student can showcase his strength. So what it provides for the student is an equity to access of employment opportunity. So you don't have to tell me you're in a small college somewhere far off. I still can get this information out to the companies. So it is an online assessment. There is a registration process. They can go to the registration process to their colleges. There is also a retail process if the college is not doing it. So for the on-campus student, their college TPOs are facilitating this. The companies via NASSCOM have written to all the colleges and said that this year, this NACTech is a prerequisite for hiring. So it means that this will be the first way that they will assess the student. Then they will do their own internal assessment, which is more on behavioral and interpersonal skills. As a way forward, we think that this will replace all assessments. But this is a transition mode, and we would encourage all students to take this opportunity to showcase their skills.
Now, is NACTech the only thing, or NAC or NACTech is the only thing, or still we are doing the off-campus, on-campus interviews?
We are taking on the off-campus and on-campus interviews. This year, the whole process is going to start off in September. There has been a directive for all our members that they should start employment hiring on campus in September. It will be it will take its normal course of time, but there would be higher cutoffs because the industry is also transforming. So obviously the students have to be better skilled, and what better way to showcase that they are skilled than to do the NACTech. So if they are able to do this online exam and then get to the skills, so they will get a certificate which tells them what their competency level is in verbal ability, attention to detail, learning ability, keyboarding, as well as you're going to have is on written comprehension. It's an hour's test. They have a part B which talks about whether they are a civil engineer or if it is a mechanical, electrical or IT or EEE, biotechnology. They can choose any one of the streams. But we are focusing on the part A, and part B is an optional set. So most of the companies have said that they would really want to see the student doing the part A. So I would encourage that parents also help their children to get into this. Because in an interview, these are the points that we are actually looking at. So that's one of the
it's the behavioral skill that also wants to be that also should be highlighted as well.
The behavioral and the interpersonal will come in the next level, which the companies themselves will do. But these are the basic vanilla skills that we expect every student to have. So it is pretty critical that they will be able to articulate. So it talks about the logical sequential thinking, how well they will be able to work in a team, what is the level of understanding of fundamental information in their engineering subject area. Because it's not going to ask them about whether they know the content, but how they're going to apply that information to problem solve. So that's what's going to come up.
So I'm just assuming that NACTech is basically focused on the engineering students, and we have a similar exam for the non-engineering students as well, which is NAC. So again, what would be the part B for them in this case?
In the part B at present for the NAC, which is the non-engineering, has not been evolved. it will take another probably 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
Because we are actually preparing occupational standards, and these occupational standards or job roles will get integrated into these assessments hopefully and be the part B.
Okay.
So ultimately the country is looking to have a certification which says that the student is ready for the job.
True.
And this is a national program, and the IT industry is basically a bit of a forerunner in this.
Yeah.
But we think that this is the way forward, because ultimately these certificates will become globally accepted, so which gives rise to cross-border mobility. That means a student here who is properly trained and certified should have an employment opportunity anywhere in the world.
Okay.
We hire anyway globally, so our practices are global all the time.
Yeah.
NASSCOM has around almost 1,300 members, and amongst all of today we are about 3 million people, and we need to increase this almost another 3 to 4 times this decade. While the student is learning, problem solving, creativity, higher order thinking skills like analysis, synthesis, evaluation becomes a part of the program of assessment. Student in engineering does not just think that joining the IT industry is the ultimate. He's got an opportunity with these skill sets to join any industry.